I'm super sorry. Got out of it with a warning. I should have gotten a ticket. That ticket probably could have put me in jail. I was going way too fast. Way too fast. My husband, on literally the same night, my husband and my daughter are both black. We're driving a little bit less north than I was, but still northern Michigan. Driving my vehicle. Did not go too fast. Got pulled over. Why do you think they got pulled over? Pretty much. The license plate was crooked. Is what the police officer told my husband. The license plate was crooked? What? He was like, you know how bad I wanted to tell him my wife was literally just driving this truck 45 miles an hour over the speed limit and nobody did anything to her? But what did that tell my daughter? So my husband was able to have some really good conversation with her on the way home about that and why it happened and what to do when she gets pulled over. But her fear level with that, that has to hurt us. That's where we have to be willing to make changes. Because that's real. That is 100% real that could happen. It could have gone very differently. It really could have. If my husband had had a bad day, he didn't feel like dealing with him, he started mouthing off at the police officer, telling him he's an idiot for pulling him over for that. He wouldn't have even been wrong for saying that. But it could have ended a lot differently. It could have escalated and ended a lot differently and been any of these. So it's important to have these conversations with our kids. It's important to know about these situations. And be willing to have these conversations with our kids. And again, maybe having them with your coworkers first so that you feel a little more prepared to have the conversations with your clients. But we have to have the conversations. Are you ever ready to have the conversation? Like we talked about at the very beginning, it's uncomfortable, right? Most of us don't want to put ourselves in uncomfortable places. But what's worse, the uncomfortable conversation or something happening to one of our clients because we weren't willing to have that uncomfortable conversation? So as the adults, we get to get ready to have the conversations. We have to keep in mind that our clients are never ready to deal with this day to day. But they have to. They wake up every morning in their skin and they have to deal with the society that we live in. And things happening to them, like getting pulled over because they have a crooked license plate. They deserve to have somebody safe, knowledgeable, and willing to have conversations with them about this. Are you guys willing to be that? It's not going to be easy. So I wanted to leave a few minutes at the end for any questions or conversations that you guys wanted to have, and then definitely make sure to fill out the evaluations. The ways that we can practice having the discussions with your coworkers, friends, supervisors. I hope I'm not throwing any supervisors out there, but that should be a safe place for you to have conversations about these things with your clients, talking them with your supervisors, mentors. Find mentors for yourselves, for your kids. For your kids, find mentors that are mirrors for them. It's hard, but you can do it. Be authentic. Don't be fake. Don't do it just because this training told you to do it. Like, if that's why you're doing it, don't do it. You're not ready. Because it's going to come across as fake, right? It's going to come across. So again, here's some of the books. Of course, I'll plug my husband's book. He wrote Thoughts of a Foster Dad. He talks a lot in there about his childhood and how he was brought up and what happened to him and how that now affects him as a foster parent and in his relationships, but also talks about the importance of bringing because Ginny thought it was funny to have 5 black boys at one time. Thank you. That was not funny. Anyway, no. He talks about the importance of bringing them to the barber shop and the experience that that is for them with a dad figure. He talks about a lot of different things in there, but it's really good for foster parents, but it's not just for foster parents, it totally applies outside of that, and then for kids as well. A lot of the kids on my basketball team and the track team that I coach have read it, and then we have conversations about race and stuff that have come from it, so it's a good conversation starter as well. And then, like I mentioned, these 2 books as well that I didn't get put on there before I had sent it to her. So, Becoming by Michelle Obama, good stuff. And then this one, Race Talk and the Conspiracy of Silence by Daryl Wing Sue. So before we wrap up, any questions? A couple minutes? Yes.
I have a question, just a correction. I don't know, I had Childish Gambino in my head, something about, This is America. It's, the documentary is actually, America to Me.
America to Me?
To Me. Yeah.
Okay. America to Me on Showtime. 13th was on Netflix, right? When They See Us is on Netflix. Dear Martin is a book by Nick Stone. It's also, I'm pretty sure it's on demand right now because it's not in theaters anymore.
See You Yesterday is a little bit more lighthearted, but still addresses the issues. Like
See You Yesterday?
Yep, it's
Okay.
like more science fiction, but
Okay.
still addresses the issues.
The Hate You Give. Great book, great movie.
There's another book called White Fragility, why white people have, or why it's difficult for white people to have conversations about racism. That's a good book too.
White Fragility. Anybody else? Any questions? You guys are like, no, we have work to do. Okay, if you can make sure to get your evaluations filled out, sign out. If you have CEUs, make sure to sign out on the CEU sign up. Thank you guys for spending your time in here. I know you're super busy, so thank you for being here, for having the conversation. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You can take your eval's on the far table in the corner that has nothing on it. That would be a great place to collect those.
DSJ folks, just wanted to say, hey, I'm the new guy, maybe you saw the video. And would love to have any people